Every time that I compete, I learn something about myself. It's forced me to do a lot of soul searching, and consequently, I have really gotten it together this year, mentally, physically, and spiritually. And I just feel like I'm really there.
My name's Labrada, and I was born in Havana, Cuba, in March 1960.
Hall of Fame pro bodybuilder Labrada is legendary for his accomplishments on stage. After winning the Mr. Universe title, Lee went on to become one of the only athletes in history to achieve 7 consecutive top 4 finishes at the Mr. Olympia, a feat he shares with fellow bodybuilding immigrant Arnold Schwarzenegger. Taking his same drive and work ethic to the business world, Lee founded his company Labrada Nutrition in 1995, which quickly became one of the fastest growing privately held companies in the US, earning an Inc. 500 status in only 6 years. Coming from humble beginnings, this is Lee's story.
So I immigrated to the United States in 1962 at the tender age of 2 years old with my grandmother Herminia. And the reason I came over with my grandmother first is because the communist government had separated us so that we could not all come over at one time. My parents joined us 6 months later. We settled in Chicago, Illinois. We essentially came over with just a bag in our hands. That was everything we had in the world in our hands. I'm just gonna, if you don't mind, I'm just gonna give a little background.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay.
I want it from the heart.
Okay.
You're doing
Sure.
great.
Okay.
You're doing great.
My father, Ellie, was the first college-educated male in our family. And I remember the stories that he used to tell me. When he was 9 years old, his father died. And so it left my grandmother, and it left my father, Ellie, and his 3 sisters living in a 1-bedroom flat. They didn't even have a bathtub. And it was a big struggle. You know, they all worked together to essentially help put my father through college. And he became the valedictorian of his college. And so my father was very driven, and my father was very ambitious, and he recognized that communist government that had taken over Cuba was oppressive. Because he was educated, he knew what communism was, and he knew he had to get us out. And so that was the seed for our exodus to the United States. Being the firstborn male in our family, my father pushed me. He pushed me to excel in school. He pushed me to excel in anything that I tried. So I did have that pressure on me constantly. And I feel that it's one of the main things that has formed my character today. Some of the things that I'm most proud of are the fact that I accomplished entry into the IFBB Pro Bodybuilding Hall of Fame. I won over 22 titles as a pro bodybuilder, including the Mr. Universe. I placed top 4 in the Mr. Olympia 7 times, which is our Super Bowl of bodybuilding. My company became an Inc. 500 company in the first 4 years of business. And so we've got a very successful nutrition company. But I think that what I'm most proud of is the fact that I'm a father to 3 boys, 3 wonderful kids, and I've been married to the same woman for 36 years, and she still loves me. The biggest tradition that we kept in our family from Cuba was the essence that the family unit came first. That we were dedicated to each other and to helping each other through the struggles, through celebrating the wins, celebrating the simple things in life like birthdays and anniversaries, but the family would always come together. And we still do that to this day. We have a family here at Labrada Nutrition, so it doesn't just stop with my immediate family at home. The majority of my employees have been here 10, 15, or 20 years. Okay, we're very careful in vetting people before they come in. Okay, but once they join our Labrada family, most of them turn out to be lifers. Creating a family environment at work is essential to me because I think that human beings want to belong to something that is bigger than themselves. They want to belong to a unit that is there for them in good times and in difficult times. The greatest myth about the American dream is that it is only an American dream. It's a universal dream. It's global. Anybody that wants to improve their position in life, and if they have a dream and they're willing to work hard and work smart, they have a better chance of making it happen here in the United States than anywhere else in the world. America has given much to my family. I owe this country everything because they brought me in with open arms and they nurtured us and they provided opportunity for us. So in turn, I feel that I need to do the same for others. The example that I'm most fond of using is that of when you take a pebble and you throw it onto the surface of a quiet pond and you see the ripples that go out. I know that every action that I take is going to have an effect, and I want to make sure that those actions are positive so that it creates more greatness in America. To many immigrants that come to this country for the first time, they're leaving situations that are just dire compared to the situations that they have here. But they don't come here, the majority of immigrants, to take advantage of a system. They want to come here, they want to create a new life, they want to create value, and they want to contribute to American society. What being an American means to me is that I'm part of the greatest country that has ever existed in the history of mankind. I have a responsibility as an American to create and make things better for other Americans and the generations that are following us. The advice that I give any immigrant coming to America is that anything is possible here, that you're only limited by your imagination. Now, it's not going to be handed to you, okay? But America will give you the football and they'll show you the direction and you have to run for the goal. So you have to find your way through, you know, and there will be times that you're going to hit dead ends, but you have to pick yourself back up, you have to be smart, and you have to calculate another route, and then you gotta keep moving forward.
What do you want everyone to know about Lee Labrada? What do you want everyone to know about you?
I want people to know that Lee Labrada is a person who loves people, who wants to help people, and is very grateful for America and the opportunity that it has given the Labrada family.